Hello there, again. What's up everyone, it's Robbie here with Star Wars HQ, and we've got a ton of news to go over about Battlefront 2, including a brand new Clone Wars roadmap, which will be updated. It's going to be version 3. We're going to be talking about more Obi-Wan updates, Grievous updates, officer nerfs, double XP weekends, Clone Wars skins, and so much more Battlefront 2 goodness. So guys, let's dive in, and we're taking a look at this epic mod, of course, of Starkiller here. Who wants to see Starkiller return? Post a comment down below. So let's do this. So, let's get into the official news. Now, Dice out on Twitter says, we then have our roadmap, which is currently being updated on a monthly basis. This is on our website, forums, and all over the place, really. Between the transmissions and roadmaps, you should get all the news you need. Communication is there, and rate of which increasing. And Torbis asks, you said on a monthly basis, so we'll get version 3 this month. And he's referring to the roadmap, of course. And it is confirmed, the current plan is to release one this month. Yes. So guys, expect an updated version of that Clone Wars roadmap here coming up for sure. Now, let's talk about, the really cool thing that they did recently with Battlefront 2 was they're starting to do these like battle point weekends where they reduce the cost of certain vehicles and stuff like that. But what about heroes? That's the biggest question. Could we see an event for battle point reduction for heroes, a reduced cost for those heroes? And Benoit confirmed we have the same thing planned for a future event. So it seems like, yes, we will be getting a really cool event around these heroes being at a reduced cost in terms of battle points, which I am super hyped for. And then I did see additional comments from Benoit that they are very interested in doing like an all-out hero type event. And it sounds like that could trickle down into more heroes in Galactic Assault for a brief time period. Let me know what you make of that, guys. I'm curious to see how that will work out. And it sounds like, to me, DICE is experimenting with certain gameplay mechanics, seeing how people might react to a lot of this. Is there a positive reaction to seeing more heroes on the battlefront? We'll see what happens. Okay, let's talk about Clone Wars skins. We're getting more Clone Wars skins every single month. We got 2 brand new ones. Some of you liked it, some of you didn't. And overall, the good news is we're getting more content. So it has been confirmed that yes, we will be getting more Clone Wars skins coming up here on the 25th. And that's also reflected in the current roadmap that we would be getting. I think it's the Wolf Pack. And then the 91st, I believe it was. So that will be coming up here on the 25th. The Wolf Pack is just going to be the badass, skin that everyone is going to want. Believe you me. So, let's talk about double XP weekends. We need more of those to purchase these upcoming heroes, General Grievous and the like. So Axel says double XP weekend. And he's like praying. He's like asking for it, begging. And it has been confirmed that we will be getting a double XP weekend at the end of September. So DICE has confirmed that as well. Now, some of you think that perhaps the officer needs a nerf. Actually, you know what? Let me know what you think of this. Do you think the officer is too OP? Do you think too many players are, basically congregating towards playing as the officer? Post a comment down below. Or do you think he should just remain as is? Childish says this so much officer needs a huge nerf for battle command. An officer's presence should be taken out entirely. And DICE confirms that they're working on the officer. So the officer is getting some work behind the scenes. There will be new updates related to the officer. To what extent, we're not too sure, but it does sound like that there is a potential nerf being worked on right now for that officer, which could definitely change the way everyone plays. I have been gravitating a lot more towards the officer. I also think his weapon is pretty powerful as well, but I don't think he's too OP. But there are other things about him that definitely do need work. Let's talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, He's probably one of my most anticipated heroes in the game, next to, of course, General Grievous. So there was a whole thread out there. Emperor Palpatine says, "Hey Ben, any update on our boy Obi-Wan? How's the development going for him?" And Ben replied saying, "Going well. I enjoy listening to the audio files that Dice Firewall," of course that's Dennis Branville, "keeps sending me. Looking forward to you seeing and hearing more of him as we get closer to his release." So it sounds like they're prepping those teases. Something is definitely happening with Obi-Wan for sure. Let's move on to the next comment here. It is this. Battlefront Actul says, "You wanted to ask the team whether you could show us some small thing before the release. Any news on that?" And this is the same thread about Obi-Wan. So he's referring to Obi-Wan right here. And Benoit confirms it's being worked on. End quote. So right now, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes in terms of trailers and the like being worked on. Again, the one that I want to see the most is, man, it's tough. Probably it's a tie between Obi-Wan and Grievous. I mean, when I think about Grievous with his 4 arms going, that would be incredible. In fact, I do have an update about General Grievous as well, so let's dive into that. Sandy V says, "Hey Ben, hope you're doing great within these stressful months. Just wanted to know if we can expect the Grievous trailer to drop this month, maybe along with the September update. Thanks!" Exclamation point. And Benoit says, "There's a few video pieces being worked on. No dates yet. Hang in there." End quote. I know the excitement levels are absolutely at an all-time high when it comes to these brand new heroes. And, of course, Clone Wars content. And mentioning Clone Wars content, a lot of you guys are wondering, we do have the Season 3 Clone Wars stuff coming up. Geonosis, all these heroes and stuff. But what is going on beyond that? That's going to be the real question here. And it's interesting because Ryan did a video recently. I'll post that in the description below about how seasons on the actual Battlefront 2 official website have been removed from the website. So you can't go on that website and explore seasons. And Dennis Branville was also quoted saying on Twitter how you got to stop thinking about Battlefront 2 in terms of seasons, more monthly updates. So that's really interesting for the future of Battlefront 2 and perhaps Battlefront as a franchise. What's going to happen from here on out? Will they continue supporting Battlefront 2? Will we see Battlefront 3 in development or something else entirely? The biggest worry, of course, is that there is, I personally believe, outside of and inside the Battlefront community, there's a bit of a stigma related to the name Battlefront right now for sure because of loot crates, microtransactions, and, the fact that there's been a lack of updates for this game for quite some time. So, let me ask you, what would you like to happen? Would you like Battlefront 2 to continue to be supported throughout 2019, perhaps even into 2020? Or do you think they should say, let's start working on a brand new game? It doesn't have to necessarily be Battlefront 3. What would you guys like to see? Let me know in the comments below. But hey, we're going to be getting Geonosis this year. I'm totally hyped for that. We're going to be getting 4 heroes and that brand new game mode. So we do have that to look forward to. But I'm curious to see what is going on with this whole website update thing. Why in the world have they removed seasons? But guys, yeah, stay tuned for any official news about why that's going on. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on that. And so will Ryan. Also, beyond the Clone Wars DLC stuff, would you guys like to see something else, a different era? Or, them return to something like Rogue One. We have not got to see Jedha or anything like that. What's interesting about Rogue One is it's not like an extensive trilogy or anything like that. It's an amazing movie, but there is a lot of potential with a brand new map like Jedha, I think. So I think that could be really cool. And then, of course, they did have, kind of Scarif teases in the single player. And then you have to remember there's a lot of single player assets we've never seen. That could potentially be really, really cool maps in Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer. Would you guys like to see some of those more urban warfare maps make their way into Battlefront 2. Post a comment down below. If there's anything beyond the Clone Wars era, what would you like to see? Me personally, I want them to stick with what works best, which is the Clone Wars stuff. There's so much potential there. But as always, thank you guys so much for the support through all of our videos. We really appreciate it a ton. And Ryan has been live streaming a bunch. And it's always great to sit with the community and just have fun with you guys for sure. But guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned here to Star Wars HQ for more Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I will see you later. May the Force be with you always.